Hey guys, I wanted to jump on tonight and just show you some of the evening farm life that we have here. We got the horses just eating their hay at the sunset behind us. We have the goats over here hanging out. They were just eating, hi baby. They were just eating their dinner and now they're settling in for the night. Hi, yeah, don't bite me. You're very cute, I know. We have our other pony over here. She's just on her own because she doesn't play well with others, we'll say, as far as the other horses. And we have our little duck friends. Oh, sorry, I woke you up. They were all settling in to sleep for the night, just kind of hanging out. My little horsey friends are following me because they think I have treats. I'm sorry, I don't have treats, babies. I'm sorry, Domino. I don't have a treat, buddy. But you can have kisses, huh? We can have cuddles. Yes. Yes, he's my little friend, huh? So all the rescued animals getting tucked in for the night, just kind of hanging out here. And it's a nice limbic system boost to feel that all of your little pets and animals are hanging out. And now the puppies are going to be loud. But we can see the puppies. They're gonna get excited. Oh, hello, my babies. Hi. Hi, did you have a fun day playing outside? Did you have a fun day playing outside? I love you so much. I love you so much. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, I love you. Do you guys want some treats later? You guys want some special treats later? I'll come back out with some treats, okay? I love you so much. Look how big they're getting. This is me standing next to them. They used to be so tiny. Yeah, I used to be able to pick all three of you up at once, and now look at you. Oh my goodness. So those are my babies. I love them so much. They're so cute. I love being outside at sunset too. It's just the sweetest thing. So we'll go on a little walk together. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit about balancing the nervous system and just the role that nature plays. And so many of my clients, now that it's the first day, officially first day of spring is here. And so many of my one-on-one therapy clients are just reporting this drastic shift in their mood just from having it be officially spring. And I think it's just so important to think about, we call it seasonal affective disorder, but in reality, it's like nature. We need nature. There's this book, Last Child in the Woods, and he brands the term nature deficit disorder. And how accurate is that? And in that book, they're talking primarily about children and not getting enough time in nature for kids, but really for all of us, how important is just this ability to connect with nature and to make sure that we're making space for that every day in our lives, especially if we want to heal and we're on a healing journey. And so I wanted to say, I know it's not accessible for everyone, and that's why I want to put some of these videos out there so that if you feel like you don't have this in your life, you can have it here. There are so many amazing YouTubers that I have found, like Craig Adams, where sometimes if it's a rainy, cold week and I can't be outside, he just posts these amazing full-length videos of him hiking all around the world, or just any way that you can put yourself into nature somehow, sitting by an open window in your house, sitting outside on a porch, or just driving your car somewhere pretty and rolling the windows down, feeling that sun on your skin, getting the fresh air. Anything we can do that nourishes us and it reestablishes our connection with nature is so healing and so important. So I wanted to do this sunset walk with you tonight. I wanted to show you just like our country road back here and all of the farm fields, and just let you kind of bask in that sense of nature and the beauty that is really all around us when we look for it. So I wanted to say as well, what can you do today to reestablish this connection with nature. So if you're able to go outside, that's amazing. If you're able to go close to maybe a window and be able to look outside, that's amazing. Or just look at the scenery around me. And if you also need to, you could close your eyes and just visualize a place that feels nourishing and safe to you. And noticing where in our body we feel this longing for nature. Where do we feel this connection on a deep, innate level? That we see these scenery around us, or we imagine it, or we give ourselves a chance to experience it. And we start to realize, like, yes, that's what's been missing. And how do we feel that? And where do we feel it? And how does it impact our symptoms, maybe our pain level, or where we're feeling in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirits? Does it feel like it's deeper than just a physical feeling or an emotion? Does it feel like there is some sense of higher power or purpose that comes up when we allow ourselves to look at this side of maybe what's missing for us? I think there's a deep sense of longing that many of us are feeling in our society today. And I think a lot of times when we look at true causes of depression or anxiety, what are we designed to do? Biologically, evolutionarily, what are we designed to be doing? Let's look at our history. Let's look at what a short time in our society have humans been sitting inside with fluorescent lights, with screens, with jobs that keep us miserable, with no physical movement. And no wonder why we are chronically ill, and more than ever before. What are we designed to eat? How are we designed to move? How are we designed to feel? If we look at our relatives in nature, our animal friends, what are they doing all day? How are they able to feel so at peace? They don't get the same diseases that we do. And, really just thinking about that, engaging our sense of daily life. And if we could make even a few very small changes to bring us back closer to that innate sense of purpose, that sense of wonder and curiosity about the world around us, that sense of deep-seated nervous system reset that we experience when we look at a sunset or we look at a beautiful open field, and we just take a deep breath and we allow that scene to fill us, to nourish our soul. And we envision a time maybe in our lives, as a child, perhaps, where we had that experience of being free in nature and moving our bodies in a way that felt fun and enjoyable. And we felt energized, and we couldn't wait to wake up in the morning and play outside again. And just riding a bike or running down the yard felt so fun and joyful. And it wasn't exercise for the sake of exercise. I think another problem with our current culture is because we're chained to desks and screens all day, we view exercise as a chore, and we set aside 30 or 90 minutes and we're like, yep, this is it, here we go, have to do it. Think about other cultures, or as children, people, or maybe ourselves at a different set of time, that exercise we didn't even consider or know what that meant. We just moved our bodies because it felt good. Or societies that live closer in nature, that their whole life is, waking up and you walk to get your water and you go outside and farm to grow the food that nourishes you and nourishes your family, and you're deeply, deeply connected and grateful for water and earth and land and sun and rain. And you're so entrenched in that connection with the earth on a spiritual level, on a physical level, and your physical body is so deeply connected that, that is your exercise, right? To put it into air quotes. We have taken everything and broken it down into such compartmentalized versions of things that aren't even organic or innate or connected to our wisdom or our sense of what we really truly need and desire anymore. And that's something I think we need in limbic system retraining. I think that a lot of us in our healing attempts, a lot of practitioners and programs from Western medicine miss the mark because they are so focused on compartmentalizing. And we know Western medicine does that, but so does Eastern medicine in some ways. When you go to even a naturopath who still relies really heavily on excessive lab work and sends you home with 15 bottles of supplements, we're still using them the way we would use a pharmaceutical, right? Rather than this holistic approach of we have everything we need to heal and it's all around us, but what lifestyle changes do we need to make to get more in touch with our true nature and what we know deep in our soul that we should be doing and we need more of. And again, I know that it's not accessible to everyone to go out and quit their job and live on a farm or do whatever. Not that I do that, I still work and live on my farm, but it's finding ways to reconnect where we can, and the bigger the change is, the better. But even the small change can be really life-changing. So that might mean sitting next to your window when you journal, and your mindfulness, rather than closing your eyes and visualizing, looking out that window and looking for glimpses of nature. Or rather than watching something that is not regulating to your nervous system on TV, watching someone hiking and seeing new spaces in nature, and then maybe incorporating that into your healing visualizations of saying, well, someday I want to feel good enough in my body that I can go and explore that place in nature. And so I really just think, oh my gosh, the donkeys like this, they're coming over because they hear me talking and they probably just think I have food. They're probably not really interested in what I'm saying, but that's okay. I hope they come closer because they're my friends and they're so cute. Those are my closest neighbors, by the way. So they're my favorite. They're the first neighbors I met, and they're probably the only neighbors that consistently want to come up and see me. So it makes me happy. But I don't think they'll come closer because they're also like, no, she's not feeding us. Maybe they will. Yeah, that's the brave one. Hi, babies. No, not quite. But, sorry, ADHD, which also can be healed by nature. Let's think together of how we can make these very small, manageable changes in our daily life to just live more organically. Not everything has to be curated and Instagrammable, and that's why maybe I'm not the best at social media, because I hate things that are fake, and I hate trying to sugarcoat things or over edit things, and it's just not me, and it's not life, and it's not nature. And how many of us got sick or ended up with limbic system impairment because we were trying to live that curated life or that airbrushed life or that perfect life. Look at this sunset, by the way, not only on that side, but over here, over the field. If we can just take moments in our life to just appreciate these beautiful things all around us, noticing what's there, becoming aware of it. The donkeys are coming. I want you, for your healing homework, to take some time wherever you are. And again, it doesn't have to be in real life. Maybe some of the people watching here live in an apartment in the city and they don't have access to a lot of nature, but get a houseplant if you can, and then look at that and notice what that houseplant teaches you. And I don't know if you ever heard the saying that you're basically a houseplant with more complicated emotions. All you need is sunlight and water and love. So can you learn from nature even in a small way? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys came. Thank you for being in my video. You're going to be more popular than I am. I just know it. Yeah. They're so fun. I love them. But are there ways that you can incorporate this? Can you go on a drive to the countryside and find some farm animals to look at? Can you appreciate the sunset? We can see the sunset and the sunrise no matter where we are every day. We can get a houseplant. We can journal by our window, look out our window. We can go on YouTube and watch hikers and nature scenery. We can go on a walk with our family If we feel too tired to play with our kiddos outside, we can bring a chair outside and watch them while they play and be engaged in it rather than on our phone or feeling bad about ourselves sitting inside. Getting out in nature, being more in tune with where our food comes from, being more in tune with moving our bodies in a way that feels organic and healthy and doesn't feel forced. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys too, the ones that have signed up for either my program or my free version of my program, which is also accessible, that you can get some free full-length lessons on there. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that these guys came out to say hi to you. They're so excited. Anyway, I know that people like the more sciencey videos I do where I focus on limbic system healing and step-by-step guides to the limbic system, but I also know that we need more of this organic stuff in our lives, and we need to connect with each other on this level of what really works. And nothing that I say or tell you on YouTube is just my opinion, or even working with my clients as a licensed therapist. Nothing I'm saying is healing anyone, right? It's just like, hey, I'm here and I'm telling you what's around you, and this is the stuff that heals you, right? Until I moved out to the country, I grew up in the country. Oh my goodness, thank you for sharing. I grew up in the country and I felt better than I did for a while, right? And then living in a area that there wasn't a lot of this, it was hard on me. And I'm really a big believer that even though there were other issues with, Lyme or spinal fractures, whatever I was dealing with, coming back out to the country and having this around me all the time has been single-handedly one of the most healing things that we've ever done. And I just really think that nature is so key in healing. I think it's healing because it heals our limbic system, and I think anything we do to heal our limbic system is clearly going to work. And I think that includes yoga and Tai Chi and breath work and meditations and visualizations and buying programs. Again, like, I'm not trying to not, say that I also sell a program that does these things, but honestly, if you can't afford a program, get out in nature. Do the breath work. Do the things that reset your nervous system and make you feel loved. Co-regulate with a loved one, cuddle with your pet, grow a plant. All of these things, this is all we need. It's just that some people need a little bit more structure and to understand the science behind something to motivate them and to help them to consistently have accountability to do it every single day. And that's the biggest thing, is the consistency to do it every single day. And that's something I even struggle with. And I do this for my job. So I love you all, and thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for putting up with the fact that I do some crazy videos that are just all over the place. And I wish you so much healing and love, and do something for yourself today that just nourishes your soul. From my heart to yours, have a great night.